buddies, and you push and pull each other, facilitate each other whenever you guys need it. So it's like we co-create our professional journeys together. And we work a lot in this, in making your profession like, and just not just work, but we specifically work on the industry specific skills, and we work in the industry to understand how the industry works, and also um, mm, mm, and also learn skills accordingly. We use different tools and processes in this whole journey to learn, to get to know about your dreams, your needs, and in your style, making everything into your style. So during this, you always have your self-support, and also including, as I before mentioned, your cohort buddies support who will be there for you, and guides and mentors who are industry experts and other people who will guide you, mentor you whenever you feel there's a need in you for you. And also we have a thriving community that is always at our back supporting us. So this whole CoVersity, as I said, is a journey. We and Ratnesh generally tell it's a train journey. So when you start your journey by taking one interest and deep diving into it, like around 6 months, you deep dive, you do lot of work, you do different projects and internships and lot of work in that particular domain, at least for 6 months, and then you reflect what you have learned and what that interest did to you, and then you reflect and think if you want to continue in the same domain, like the same interest, you want to pursue it, or you want to change your domain and explore some other domain which you want. So you can ask me, what do we really do in this 6 months? So in that 6 months, we spend few of our weeks in the campus, which is currently located in it's Aarohi near Bangalore. So we spend our few weeks in campus, planning what to do, how to do, and pick back with action. And then you go off campus, where you do an internship or an apprenticeship or anything that you do out in the world, in the industry. And then again, you come back to campus and reflect what you have done and how the process went, what you gained through that, and all of that stuff. And in this journey, we have a lot of possibilities that come, and you, as you go, you get into this different, the interest can be converted into different ways, like an entrepreneur, freelance, or just do it just for the fun of it, like a creative pursuit. And during that, achieving your dream, you come out, you get through a lot of professional outcomes, and also self possibilities too. In this journey, you gain a lot of possibilities. And if you ask me, there are a lot of highlight parts in this CoVersity. One of the main thing is that I learn and I do what I want in my domain of passion. And I am the owner of my thing, and also I am work and life ready by the end of the journey. And let me take a few minutes also to tell you about this bootcamp, where you can actually experience being in CoVersity, like a short duration, which is 1 week. You get to know how the CoVersity works by experiencing. You do all of these different stuff, like it's like packed with action in these dates, which are coming up. And we also have community page where we talk about our team and also our intentions and our beliefs. Do check our website. I will drop the link and other details in the chat, and you can go through it.
Okay, thanks, Srijani. And now I can invite everybody, if you can also come on video, so we can visually connect with you and spend little time in question and answers. Not just about CoVersity, but about any aspect of your professional journey, your journey about your interests. So inviting more people to come on video, just for us to, and obviously Mike, and we can chit chat. So that would be really nice. Um, so we had specifically today kept a theme of, if you had seen that visual, which was the theme of, hey, what if I have multiple interests, like somebody was mentioning, or what if I'm not sure about my interest, or I have an interest, just not sure how to take it to a professional level. Would I be able to kind of make it into a profession out of it? So these were some of the thoughts we had thought as we'll take it up as a theme. So just opening it up, anybody has any thoughts about it? If you also have a similar thought or a concern or a question, we can little chit chat about it. Yeah, so go ahead. These meetups are not like very formal meetups. Anybody can share any thought, and we kind of, we're meeting, just meeting and discussing. Yeah, so you feel free to share, ask. So we'll spend a little time, and then we'll go into the breakout rooms. And also, obviously, if you have any question based on what Srijini shared about CoVersity and what you have already seen on the website, then you can ask those also.
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody was speaking. Go ahead, please ask or share, and we can have a discussion. That's why you have come for the meetup, right? I guess, yes, we are all strangers in that sense, but in one sense, we all know each other, in the sense we are all in a similar journey. We're all trying to find out about our life, design our lives, create our journeys. So we are all in it together. Don't worry.
So Yazani is asking about the camp. Even I want to know a little more about the boot camp, which is coming up from 27th of March.
Yes. The boot camp is going to happen in the campus, which is offline only in the campus. So it's like we experience being in CoVersity in a short duration of 1 week and understand how the CoVersity works and what happens and what it does to you. Yeah, it's like an action-packed week. So you do lots and lots of work along with other people. Yeah.
In fact, the whole concept of CoVersity is not really online. It is being together, and not that everybody is doing the same thing. Everybody is pursuing their interests. But when we are together, we really add that energy, that we push, pull each other. We really, that's the real idea of the group to get together. I'm not talking about me being there, but you all being there and together doing stuff, right? We are
we co-create our journeys.
So it's primarily at the campus together. In between, you do internships and other stuff, maybe in your hometown, wherever you live. So that time it becomes kind of partially online. Though at that time, you will be more focusing on whatever industry work that you have chosen to do. So it will still not be so much of, in that sense, online. It will still be, you will be doing work there, right? So in that sense, it will be offline. But yeah, technology and being online still is part of our deal. We'll connect with a lot of mentors, guides, and all online. So, yeah. More questions? Rajni is asking, online get together for those who cannot be there. Well, right now, no, there is no such option. You have to be here because that's what we have seen really makes the difference. When we are all together, that's the time when we can really contribute. Otherwise, we are like in our own homes and doing our own work, which is great. There's nothing wrong or right about it, which is one awesome way of doing it. But the real energy of CoVersity, co meaning coming together, all of you guys together doing stuff and contributing to each other's growth happens when we are kind of physically together. Yeah, so that's a built-in part of it. Yeah. But it's not, just to clarify, Aarohi is a community of families. So your family becomes part of it. So even if you want, if your parents want, they can also join in. And at least for some time, whenever they want, they can be part of the campus, not necessarily part of your work. They can come here and do their stuff. Like, for example, when I stay here, I do my own things. Normally, I don't meddle with what others are doing. So that way.
Hi, Raja here.
Yes, Raj.
Is there anything for the sports? Because my son is mostly interested in football.
See, primarily the answer is in a way no, because sports require a very specific setup. For example, in football, you just don't require a football field and other stuff. You basically require 20 more football players, right? And then another, why I say 20 or sorry, 22, because it's not just you need your team, you need another team to play against, and then so on. So in a way, we don't have that, and we don't need to have that. There are enough football clubs and cricket clubs and you name it. Every sports, there are sporting facilities and sporting clubs which take specific care for that. Right. So I would say, well, directly in the direct sense of the playing and that part, no. In terms of can the CoVersity be of support to somebody in football? I would say yes. How, that we'll have to figure out. We haven't a football or for any sport, because there can be a lot of other things that the individual can do. But if you specifically want to focus on football, at least I think the whoever is interested should be with a football club and do intense practice and preparation there, rather than being in Aarohi, because Aarohi cannot have 20 players in a football field and then like for every sport have a different thing. There are facilities for that in different spaces.
Hi, my son is 14 years old. If I bring him there, how does it happen? Do you speak to him and find out what he really likes, or how this process happens, please?
Sujini, you want to explain how the whole cycle goes? First cycle especially?
Yes.
So the cycle, right?
Yeah.
So the cycle goes like this. You start off with one interest and you deep dive into it. Like for whole 6 months, you deep dive into this, you dedicate your time and efforts into that interest and work, like you do action and learn through it. For whole 6 months, you do that. And after 6 months, you reflect about it and think and see what you learned and all. And then you reflect if you really want to continue doing that same domain or you want to shift. So that 6 months just not only give you the learnings, but also give you that confidence and that self confidence and confidence that you can conquer any domain in that of that matter. So yeah, it goes.
Yeah, so Raj, to kind of even more add to it. So when you said, will we help to decide? Well, the answer again really isn't yes, because how would we help somebody. It is more for your son to choose. And I would say it's the way we look at it in theory. How can anybody help anybody decide what I want to do? I would say each individual has to decide. Like Yazin is talking about composing, writing music. So she has to decide, that's what I want to do, right? And somebody was talking about technology being their interest. So they have to, each one of us has to decide what to do. The real decision comes, as Srijani explained, after 6 months. When you have done really deep work in it, you're spending a lot of hours into it, putting effort into it, and then you realize, is this something that, and when you live that for 6 months and you say, yeah, this is something I can go on and on and on, then you have found it. If you say, yeah, this is good, but I want to try something else, then you move. So by doing intense work over these cycles of 6 months, so maybe in 1 year or in 2 years or in 3 years, that's how we really discover ourselves. And that's the big deal about CoVersity, that we actually spend time to really know whether we belong in a certain domain or a field. We don't go by somebody's idea, right? We actually try it out. It's like eating something to know, do I like this and I want to order another one of that, right? So that's the whole idea. So Yasni, when you say, will I be benefiting from CoVersity? Well, I would say yes, why not? Meaning, first of all, it's your work. You will put in effort. You will make your own plans. You would say, I will write these many songs. I will write these many compositions. Obviously, you may say at some point, I will need some guidance on the music front, let's say technical guidance. Then you will have to find, let's say, apart from people within your CoVersity, they may not be musicians, so they may not be able to directly help you with the music part. That's where you will find guides and mentors who can actually guide you on that aspect. But at the same time, the group is there to support you in this intense work that you are trying to do in your field. That's the whole idea. So it is mainly you will benefit because you will be putting in a lot of time into it. And then let's say you choose music, you will not be thinking about anything else. Music is it for 6 months. And then you will see, wow, is this something that I want to continue doing? Then you continue doing another 6 months, and another 6 months, and so on. If you say at some point, say, I thought I really like this, but now I want to try or change my domain, then you change your domain. There is no issue with that, because we are all trying to discover where is it that I want to spend my energies. So it's like you discovering by you doing. It's the group is obviously there to support you, as well as you supporting them, right? So everybody is supporting each other in many different ways. Okay, so I think what we can do is, I'm sure we'll have questions. So let's go into breakout rooms. So what I would do is so the idea here is for anybody who is in the age group of 14 to 21, you go into one breakout room, right? So I'm opening one breakout room, and you will have to choose the room because I don't know who is in that age group, right? So if you are 14 to 21, you go into that room. Others, like parents, like I get that Raj is a parent, and I'm a parent in the sense my children are not here, but as a parent, then we stay in this room, and let's in our group little more share about our journeys and so on, right? So I'm opening only one room, and you will have to choose the room and go there. Parents stay in this room only. So Preeti, you'll have to stay here. I don't know who else is there as a parents. Parents stay here because I don't have the videos on. And all the youth, please go to the breakout room. If anybody needs help to go to breakout room, let me know.
I have a question.
Yeah. Who was that? Sorry. Yeah.
Ishan.
Ishan, why don't you go to the breakout room and ask there, because you are in that age group or almost that age group? Well, how
I'm
old are you?
13. I'm 13,
Yeah.
so I'd like to
Okay,
know if I'm
good.
allowed to join.
Yeah. Go there. You're definitely not my age group. So go ahead, please go there. Yeah, okay. So if somebody's 13 has joined in, great, awesome. Please still go to the breakout room. So all 13 years old and older, please go. So I'm assuming everybody else is Vignesh. Are you there? Yeah, the problem is I'm the only one on video. So again, requesting people, meaning unless you are really in a place where you can't on your video, please on your video so that we can connect. It's a meetup. It's not something very formal or anything. Okay. And others, if you're still a youth, go to that room. Others, we can, now I'm assuming rest all our parents. So we can chit chat. The whole idea of going into a breakout room is more to share what is our, you can say, our thoughts, our concerns, our aspirations for, so I'm assuming this is the parent group. So our aspirations for our children or our concerns for them, or our thoughts for them or for their journeys. So it could be just a sharing, it could be a question, more of a sharing actually, not really a question. And not that we have an answer for your concern, we just want to understand where everybody is. Yeah, so anybody can unmute and share. And if you're more comfortable with chat, that's also fine. Yeah, please share whatever are your thoughts. Even what would you like your children to, kind of what kind of path, or what are their interests, and how do you see that, and are you excited? In what way are you excited? And in what way it is like it also fills you with some apprehensions.
So I just want to share this, that though my daughter is young for CoVersity as of now, but I really like the concept of CoVersity in terms of it comprises of all the experiences that my child will go through on her own, and then based on her, like you very well said, Ratnesh, that it's a discovery. It's not somebody feeding in, somebody coming in and telling and guiding and saying, this is good for you or this is not good for you. That is like today's generation, I don't think, and even no one requires that. Basically, if we are discovering ourselves on our own, understanding what our needs are, what our interests are, what we are really keen on doing, and if we discover that and then we get into that, then that's the most beautiful part of life, which maybe in our generation we have missed out on. But yes, today we are catching up on it. So I'm really liking this idea of CoVersity.
Thanks, Preeti, for sharing. Others, what is on your mind when you're
Hi.
thinking about your child?
Hi, this is Raja.
Yeah, Raja.
My son has completed grade 9, and he is being poor in education. And so I was looking for an alternative option to where he will not be forced to study for 10 hours and then homework for 2 hours. Um, I don't know how to explain those. Yes, I want him to study well, I mean, learn things, but not into this 12 hours or 15 hours time which he spends. He has no time for physical education or to play. So I was thinking, I was looking for an alternative option where the school will give him freedom to study and then play. It is well shared, the time frames, not too much into memory, just to memorize things. So that's how I found uh, this CoVersity through Google, and then thought of to understand. So I don't know. I'm a bit confused because I'm not able to convince my wife. I am a bit open to my kids. Means I don't mind if he don't finish his 10th, or he can move into whatever he likes to do. But I'm a bit not being able to convince my wife.
Right. So one of the things, Raja, that is what we are offering, especially for children 14 and above, is this boot camp, which is a 1-week program, which not only would give the child an experience of what CoVersity is like. So we have 3 boot camps, one in March, one in April, and one in June. And these youngsters can be of any part of any of one of those. And I think it will also give parents an idea about what this whole CoVersity is all about. So you don't need to convince your wife, please don't. It's not about convincing anybody. It's about deciding what is it that we want, both as a family and individual child deciding, and then we all deciding as a group or as a CoVersity. So well, a week sample is something that gives not only your son the idea, but your wife also will, though she will not be here, but she will still get an idea about what it goes through, what it means to be part of a space where you have to drive yourself. And when that commitment engine comes out, then everything else becomes very different, because now you want to do something, and then you put in the effort for that. So that's the only invitation I can offer, without trying to convince anybody. It's not about convincing anybody.
Sure. And why not in month of May? Is there anything happens in May? Because
yes,
that's the time
Raja,
schools
every year in May, we also take holiday. All of us go holiday.
Because the other month seems school days, and it will be difficult to take for 1 week.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, or fortunately, whichever, every year is blocked for our holidays too. We work from June to April, so May is off month for us. So sorry, we'll not be able to offer a boot camp with May. But April is late April. If that's the time your son has, you can look at that. Yeah. And June also is beginning first week, so you can look at that option.
Thank you.
Other parents, would you like to share any concerns,
Hi,
thoughts?
Ratish.
Yeah.
Madhu here. So my son Vippy, he wants to, now he's influenced by his friends here in our apartment, and he wants to go to a regular kind of a school.
Sure.
But all these years he was homeschooling, and
Right.
he plays football also. He went to some 1 or 2 alternative school. Then he was homeschooling. But now suddenly, by the influence of the environment and his friends, wants to go to mainstream school.
Sure.
But he's not studied those subjects well He won't fit for the 8th standard. But he is a little influenced by his friends, and how to make him understand. I have always told you what you told. You explore your passion, your interest, and discover what you want. But he tells I like football, and other friends and their relatives tell what happens if you don't study, you won't get a job, and all those things. They will make him afraid, and it has influenced his mind. So how to deal with all these kinds of pressures, and how to guide him, or how to tell him as a parent.
Yeah. How old is VP now?
It's 13.
So basically, right now he wants to join a school, you said.
Yeah. And he wants to go to a mainstream school. Because he is influenced by his friends.
Sure. Now, I think since he has been open learning since almost beginning, right? Yeah. So maybe he needs to experience once to decide in his life whether he likes this or he likes that. So I would say let him try. Why not? Anyways, there's nothing wrong or right about any option. We say that's the beauty of open learning, that you have all the options in the world available to you. Right? There is no right wrong in that sense. Let them lead their lives. So maybe he wants to try, he can try. So that's the way I would put at it. He's little young for CoVersity. We are saying more than 14 years is the starting point for CoVersity. If he was more than 14, I would have said he can come for a week's boot camp. But right now, let him, if he wants to, if he's so keen on, let him experience, I would say.
But the thing is, he has not studied the subject. So if he goes there, they will compare with.
That's what the experience would be. Either he will cope up with it or like it, or he will not like it. So he will let you know, and then he can decide. If he likes it, he may even crack it, or he may go ahead in it. Why not? Who's to stop these guys? They are what they like doing.
And the school fees is very high, actually.
Well, that I can't comment upon.
So we have to ready to lose.
See, if I were in your place, I would have this kind of a discussion. I'm sure you have had many discussions with him, but then finally he has to take a call. And he has to realize that, okay, on one side, there are financial resources, on the other side is time and effort, so he has to take a call. But finally, it's like a family, we can discuss it. That's the whole idea.
So if he goes for football, what happened is I was going for football, and he's going for a club. They weekly twice or weekly 4 days, and the rest of the day he feels I am alone and I don't have friends, and
Right.
that has influenced him.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with him. That's why the idea of CoVersity is for people to come together, the youth to come together. Doing it alone, being alone is not something most of us enjoy, or rather look forward to. And we like company of, especially people, let's say plus minus 4-5 years from our age. So yeah, that's exactly is the idea of CoVersity. That's why it's CoVersity, as in we get together, the youth get together, form their own cohort of, let's say, 5, 10, 15, 20 people. And then they work together on different things. Yeah. So that is quite natural, what he's experiencing. He's obviously, you are aware, he's anyways not as part of CoVersity, but as part of Aarohi community, he is most welcome to be here. But then, how would he do his football is something that he will have to figure out, because while he can play football here, as in there is a ground and all that, but it's not at the professional training level that he can play that. So for that, he needs an actual club in Bangalore. Yeah. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be closing the breakout room, and we'll invite the youth.
I just have a small clarification, if I can ask you.
Show your good name, please.
Kritika.
Sorry?
Kritika.
Yeah, Kritika. It's named in Zoom as Mayor, so I was wondering maybe.
I'm here to change. All his meetings go like that, so I have not changed the Zoom name actually.
No problem. Okay. If you want, you can change now. Yeah. Tell us, Kritika.
Okay. Mayor is 10. He's 10-year-old now. See, what has happened is we found him.
Yeah, sorry. Can I pause you, Kritika? So this particular meetup is specifically for 14 to 21.
I couldn't. That.
Yeah. So if wait one moment. So right now we'll be focusing on that. And can I request you to join in on our Saturday meetup? The Saturday meetup happens at 5 o'clock every Saturday. Same link which you have used today.
Okay.
And that time we will discuss all the ages and all your question, if that is okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
We had lots of fun in the rooms, Ratnesh.
Yeah. Seeing your smiles only, I'm jealous. Yeah, I wish I was 14 to 21. Well, that's
you crossed it long.
Me
back.
too.
Little long back. Yeah. Okay. So where we are. Yeah. So what, if you still have any questions or any thoughts, anything to share? Vignesh is saying, don't recommend being 16. Well. I would love to be 16, though I'm not as sweet as 16. Yes. Yeah, but I guess it's my time to enjoy my 53. as well as your time to enjoy your 16 or whatever. I know, Yazini, I know. I unfortunately, I also did somehow pass my board exams. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to the CoVersity point. So any thoughts, any questions you have? I'm sure you already discussed something. Not that what you discussed in breakout room, you have to tell us now. You can keep that as secrets. But if anybody wants to share anything or ask anything, or ask Srijani if you are more interested to know about boot camps and CoVersity, because she's living through that experience. I don't know if she informed you, she's part of both the CoVersity as well as the team which runs CoVersity, right? So we work like that. Anybody can do anything, and she's already, you can call it internship or living her earning life, as at the same time she's exploring her interests. So you can ask her more than me. So I'll go mute. Or anybody can ask, anybody. Yeah, go ahead. If you have a thought or a question.
Sir, one question I have, sir, is it free?
Sorry, what is free?
Sir, is the course, sir, CoVersity, is it free?
CoVersity is free. Well, CoVersity is free, but yeah, there are other expenses that we need to cover. Yeah. For example, stay expenses and the campus running expenses and the community running expenses. So there are expenses, right? And so what happens is in Aarohi community, we come up, we have a concept of contribution. So we come up with our overall expenses. We divide it kind of amongst all the people that are there, and we say, okay, this is roughly the expense that if we all contribute, then the whole community will work. So we are a non-for-profit organization, so there's no need for us to make profit. If we cover our expenses, we are home, right? We are done. We are good. So yes, there are expenses. Those are mentioned on the website, but those are indicative, and also those are so those are ballpark figure based on budgetary calculations, and we all contribute. Yeah, I hope I've answered your question.
And also adding on, in CoVersity, we just not only the person is joining CoVersity, but the whole family is joining the CoVersity.
Yeah, Ishan, if you're 13 years old, you can be part of the Aarohi community, or rather your family can be part of the Aarohi community. And because there's no hurry, we are not saying 13, 12, 11 years old can also join CoVersity. We are saying, yeah, as and when you turn 14, and after that, you can also join CoVersity. Though you can be still part of the Aarohi campus, you can still be part of, there are so many 13 years old and 12 years old and 11 years old also in Aarohi community. So when you come to campus, it's not just CoVersity will be, CoVersity group will be here. There will be people and children of all ages here, and we all kind of live together, right? So in that sense, to start with, you join the community, not the CoVersity group. Once you cross over to 14 and you say, and you feel like that I'm ready for CoVersity, you can join the CoVersity. And we work in cycles of 6 months, so people can join in June, and then again in Jan, and then again, not June, July. So July, let's call it. So July, Jan, like that, any year. Yeah, so that's for other 13 years olds also, if anybody else is 13-year-olds here. Yasini is talking about an online. Yeah, Yasini, because it is not a course, the online doesn't make sense. You see, if you are sitting, which city are you in, Yasini? Can you hear me? Which city are you in? Coimbatore. Oh, Coimbatore is close by, Yasini. You can very well come to the CoVersity, right? Anyways, so if you are sitting in Coimbatore and you are doing some work, then you're pretty much doing it by yourself, right? With nothing, as I said, that's also a great way to go about, doing what you feel like doing. But then connecting with others and especially doing things and others seeing what you are doing and you seeing what others are doing and all that infectious energy to travel among each other, a lot of pushing, pulling, challenging, that really can't happen online. Yeah, that really happens when we are together, when we gang up, when we become buddies. So that's at the core of CoVersity, that's the togetherness. And that's what I'm sure we look forward to that, right? To be together and then do a lot of stuff. Yeah, that cannot be done online. So I think, yeah. So see, you can join a course. I can join a 1-month course or a 2-month course online. And even in CoVersity, you could be doing online courses. Suppose you want to learn something, you can say, I'm doing an online course as part of my journey. So think about it, talk to your parents, maybe come for a boot camp, stay here for a week. That will give you experience 3 kinds of experiences. One, it will experience CoVersity itself, right? Which itself is important, how to work as a group with your cohort members. The second experience it will give you is to experience the community, because there will be other people around. And all the energy that happens, because there are lots of people there, their parents, other children, other people around. Including 13 years old, let's say Vishan comes in. And then there would be, yes, your sisters, your parents, anybody can be here. All ages, Aarohi per se is 0 to 99, right? So all ages can be here. And but not for the boot camp. For boot camp, you will be there, right? Not your parents. But for the CoVersity time, when you join CoVersity, that time anybody can be with you. And the third experience is experiencing this unique life of living in a in Aarohi campus. Now, how is Aarohi campus different from any other campus, let's say, in the world? Well, I cannot tell you that. You have to come here and experience it. It's very different, is what I can tell. Srijani, you want to add something? So Srijani comes from a city near Vizag. She came 2-3 weeks back, and she will be here for some time. She'll be here there for the boot camp. But you want to talk about the campus part, where that's not something people can understand but anyway, you can share if you feel like.
Yeah, we always say being in campus is joy and also challenging. It's so fun being here along with the community, like kind of close to nature, and we live kind of together, and yeah, it's so fun and yet challenging sometimes.
Yeah, for example, you have to wash your own clothes to start with. That's just one small
Fun
thing.
part.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, Isha.
My mom would like to know if I'm allowed to join the boot camp because I'm going next week.
Sorry, come again.
My mom would like to know if I'm allowed to join the boot camp.
Well, as I said, not right now. So, but you can be here.
Okay.
You can experience the community part. You can experience being in open learning. You can connect with even the other CoVersity members who connect with. It's not like they will be in some separate place, and everybody who's in campus will live together. So you will anyway interact with them. But yeah, just wait. There's no hurry. You have got a nice, lovely life ahead of you. Let's go enjoy each day.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe Srijani, you can post the link for the bootcamp for Yasni to check it out on the website.
Yes.
Right. So I have a small poll which I will run. The poll is there for both, meaning youth as well as for parents. So it's just to give us a little idea about what you are thinking. So there are just 2 questions. So request people to answer this little tiny 2-question poll. If you are a youth, obviously you'll respond as you. If you are a parent, the first question we want you to respond as you, and the second maybe for your child. Yeah, so as people are responding to the poll, if anybody still has a question, we can take. We have 3 more minutes. But otherwise, we can please respond to the poll, and then we can close the meeting for today. I hope you guys can see the poll. I haven't seen any responses till now. But if you're taking your time, that's okay. Though it's not like a major thinking. Whatever comes to your mind, you can just share that.
You can see the poll, but for me, I am not able to submit. It's for me. I don't know if with everybody it is like that.
It is not submit. Okay. Can somebody else try and see if you are able to submit it?
Sir, I was able to submit, sir.
Okay.
Even I'm not able. Okay, I couldn't.
Preeti, did you put the name and the phone number? Those are like compulsory questions, because otherwise we don't know who has answered what. Is that the reason why it isn't?
Yeah, maybe I have mentioned the name. I didn't see the phone number thing.
Right, because otherwise we don't know, and if you have to, kind of connect back with you.
Yeah, got it.
Also, there was a question while we were discussing in the room. We can parallelly do my passion and also the academics. So
Yeah, okay, so that answer is a clear no. The whole idea or the whole concept of CoVersity is to totally deep dive, right? Not do two things, not ride in two boats. It's not even meaning why would one ride in two boats? Just ride in one boat and kind of. So
As we
so one way to look at it is take a break from whatever you call as academics. Okay, I call whatever I do as academics. So that's my way of looking at it. But then you can decide how you look at it, right? So if you still value, let's say when you say academics, I'm assuming you're talking about school or college. If you're saying, can I do school college while doing CoVersity, I'll say take a break for a year, right? Deep dive into at least one or two interests for that 1 year. So we call it as a deep dive year, right? Discover yourself, discover your interest, discover how is it to work, maybe even earn, because you might end up earning because you'll be doing work with clients and stuff like that. Though that's not necessary and that's not the objective. But do all of that. And then after a year, decide whether you want to continue, go back to your academics, what you're calling as academics, or you want to continue being doing the thing that you are passionate about, whether it's coding, whether it's music, whether it's art, graphics, whatever it is. Yeah, or cooking, as Srijani is passionate about. So look at it that way, that you don't have to leave academics. You take a break from whatever else you are doing in life. Yeah, and just deep dive into one thing. Yeah, I don't know who had asked this, but does this answer the question? To some extent. Yeah. And then there's no fun also, doing two things at the same time. There's more fun going all out for it. Okay, so we've crossed the 8 o'clock mark. I think most of you would have answered the poll. All right. So I'll stop the poll and I'll thank everybody. And we will have, so we have 2 meetups, Thursdays and Saturdays. The Saturday meetup, we also have one of our current CoVersity member sharing their journey, or another Aarohi youth like you who's doing his journey. So see if you would like to meet somebody and ask him or her direct questions, then you can join us next, the coming Saturday. Yeah. And if you have more questions, obviously you can connect with us, as well as, always join us back on the next bootcamp. Sorry, next meetup. Yeah. So thank you. Bye-bye. Srijani, did we share? Yeah, we have shared all the information. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep. See you around. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
You can join the WhatsApp group. I'll send the link again. In there, we'll constantly updating you about the details of the meeting. And this is the same link actually for every meeting. This link will be only used. So you can join. It's Thursday 7 p.m. and Saturday 6 p.m. The same Zoom link. Okay. Thank you.